Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Erongo Talk. My name is Leandra Low and today we join you from a very cold Walvis Bay, specifically here along the Lagoon. Now as usual I bring you the latest news, weather and tides, and then for our interview, Inspector Ileni Shapumba, who is the unit commander for community affairs here in the Erongo region, is going to brief us on the latest on the crime front. So please don't go anywhere, we'll be right back after this. And now it's time for your news, and we join you from the tranquil lagoon here in Walvis Bay. Now, the Roads Authority has denied any of their staff recently assaulted or insulted a client at the Karibab Natas office. Now, this comes after the disgruntled 30-year-old man, Elifa Shushona, wrote a letter to various media houses to express his discontent about the alleged bad treatment he received at the center recently. But head on over to our website, that's at www.erongo.com.na, where we narrate you the story of what Elifas is saying. But the Roads Authority Manager of Corporate Communications, Ileni Shapumba, refuted the claim, saying there is no truth in the allegations. The security guard on duty and the Roads Authority staff on duty were professional at all times. She also gave the assurance to all Road Authority clients that they would be assisted swiftly and treated in a professional manner at all times and as usual. But like I said, head on over to our website, that's www.erongo.com.na, to read the full story on what happened there. Now, the newly crowned Miss Namibia, Chelsea Shikongo, encourages Namibians to get vaccinated against COVID-19 after she received her first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine last weekend. Now, she said, I was scared at first because I heard so much from people. I was getting the wrong information from people who are not experts, Shikongo shares. Now, however, it was Shikongo's victory at the 2021 Miss Namibia pageant that would eventually prompt her to get the jab. Now, when I won, I knew that I had to get vaccinated. I realized that I would eventually have to leave the country. I think Namibians should seek accredited information. Facebook is not an accredited source. You may well find accredited info, but it's not all true, she says. Now, currently, there are only second doses of the vaccine available in Namibia, but the government is currently working hard to get first doses again to get the people vaccinated. Now, COVID update for 26 June stated that we recorded 1,007 new cases, 575 recoveries, and 55 deaths, majority of which were recorded in Gobabis. Now, the Minister of Health and Social Services, Dr. Kalumbi, stated that lately, we have been recording a high number of people dying at home, he said. Now, he furthermore said that there is evidence of people using unproven home remedies. We urge the public to seek emergency medical care immediately when experiencing difficulty in breathing, persistent pain or pressure in the chest, and inability to stay awake or to wake up or to stay awake. Do not wait until it's too late to be saved, he said. Now, he also said that we also continue reporting very high numbers of unvaccinated death cases. We therefore urgently urge Namibians to get vaccinated in order to reduce the risk of serious COVID-19 illness and death. It has been noted that when people get COVID-19 symptoms, it is the time they go for vaccination. Vaccines are not a treatment for COVID-19. In case of COVID-19 symptoms, the person must go to the hospital, the Minister, Dr. Kalumbi Shangula, said. But please head on over to our website, that's at www.erongo.com.na, that's www.erongo.com.na, to read this and so much more on what's happening right here in the Erongo region.
The Ongwediva Annual Trade Fair 2021 brings you exhibition excellence and will be taking place from 26 to 31 August at the Ongwediva Trade Fair Showgrounds. The theme this year is Caring for a Smart Economy. This year, exhibitors have their option to showcase their products and services at the Ongwediva Trade Fair Showgrounds or virtually via special trade fair website. Apply for a stand at www.oatf.com.na. Call 065 230 191. Email info@oatf.com.na. The Ongwediva Annual Trade Fair 2021 is proudly sponsored by MTC, FNB, Nedbank, Ongwediva Town Council.
Okay, with me here is Inspector Ileni Shapumba, Unit Commander, Community Affairs for the Erongo region. How are you this morning, sir?
Fine, thanks. Good morning.
Sir, could you just briefly tell us what's been happening in our region pertaining to the crime front?
Yes, I can confidently say we have the situation under control. Our members are up and down in the court during the day, at night, to ensure that we provide that necessary safety and security to the residents of the Erongo region. And this has also been complemented by our members of the community structures that were seen here and there at police stations during the night, in the locations, working together with the police officers to ensure that safety prevails. However, we do not have so much areas of concern, so to say. Something that we need to comment ourselves for, and also comment the members of the public for good conduct during the period under review. Yes, we know perhaps the number also has disciplined our conduct in terms of infections and the unfortunate passing on of others due to the COVID-19, and we really have to sympathize with those who lost their loved ones, and we say we should really be reminded by the numbers that the virus is still among us. And it's very important that we conduct ourselves really in a manner that we protect ourselves. We have the weapons with us, and that is to ensure that we maintain as far as possible the distance that is allowed, the allowable distance. We wear the mask consistently and in a proper manner, and we should also ensure that we sanitize, maintain that health and hygiene protocols, as we are being advised every now and then by the Minister of Health and Social Services. Of course, we can see there is a number of people here and there that are not really following. We have a significant number of people that were charged for contravening the regulations, particularly curfew. We had a significant number of people that were charged in Walvis Bay, Quisabmund, and also Caribbean over the weekend, including also one police officer that was charged for violating the curfew.
He was not on duty, sir?
No, he was not on duty. He was on his own private duties, and we need to remind them to say, when you're a police officer, it's actually your task to remind your friends to say it's now curfew.
Exactly.
We should be at home, and there is really no compromise. The law is there, put there to be complied with by everybody. We really look forward to see the law enforcement officials being the ones leading in terms of compliance.
In terms of traveling, sir, since Windhoek and Rehoboth and Okaine is on lockdown, I presume that the police station is quite busy with permits. How has that situation been, sir?
Yes, on the contrary, not so busy. I had the chat with the officers appointed. In our region, we only have 3 officers appointed. The police station commander for Walvis Bay Police Station, the police station commander for Swakopmund Police Station, and also Caribbean Police Station. The purpose of us having those 3 is really to control in terms of issuance of permit, and we are discouraging people to come to the stations looking for permits to travel to the restricted area. I think everybody should understand us and should understand the reason why there are restrictions to those areas. But we have seen many people coming to us asking for permits for the purpose of traveling for funerals like in Rehoboth. Others want to travel through the restricted areas to other areas like Karas region.
Yes.
And then the rest want to go back to Windhoek as they claim to be residents from there. And others are traveling for the purpose of employment. But we are saying the number is not really that concerning.
Yes.
In terms of people that were issued with permits. There are some that came talking about attending funerals, but when you look, investigate, you can see the person who passed away is not even close to that person in sort of a relationship. We only issue permits to people that are really related in a nucleus sort of a relationship.
Yeah.
So, but we are saying the number of people that were issued permits, not really concerning, but we need to reduce. Actually.
Yes. Yes.
We cannot be traveling to areas that are restricted. If it's restricted, there is a reason for that and it should be respected. If there is any other way how you can, do what you can do other than being there yourself physically, please stick to that. Do that instead of coming to us looking for permits.
So it's been a very quiet, laid-back week.
Yes,
2
I don't
weeks.
know. Maybe the weather.
Yes.
Or people have, Jesus Christ has spoken to them and they have repented. Those that are normally committing crimes. But of course, we have concerns. We have here and there robbery being reported, but not so much concerning. But I can say perhaps the weather has contributed to that. And also the number of cases that are going up. People are probably still trying to understand how they can, navigate through this situation. We have a concern of people still abusing and using alcohol. In as much as the liquor outlets are closed from 1800 hours, we still have a significant numbers of people that are gathered at their places of residences, in garages, in shebeen, in shacks, drinking alcohol. And then we have those that are selling alcohol from the spaza shops, tuck shops and all that, particularly beer. Those ones are still there. And common sense is thrown out of the window during that time. People are not wearing masks. People are not wearing the masks. And people are not complying with the regulations in terms of, distance. That one is a thorn in the flesh. It's a concern for us. Our officers had even to run from one shebeen to number 45 shebeen.
Sure.
Talking to people to say it's on a takeaway basis. You buy, you go and drink at home. But we still have people that want to sit traditionally at the liquor outlets as if they do not understand the reasons for the regulations are there. And we are not going to do that. We are not going to be pastors preaching to people that knows what the regulations are. We are going to charge both the liquor outlet owner as well as the lady that is selling there. Most of the time they are ladies.
Yes.
And that what is concerning now is some of the shebeen owners are even taking their keys with them so that when the police come there, the owner may not leave the place because it cannot be locked.
Sure.
That I do not understand where really that is coming from.
Yes.
But we are saying that we should be responsible. And we are not going to speak and speak and speak when you should do the right thing. No. They must really understand the reason why the government decided to do so. And they should assist the government in the fight against COVID-19. Not to assist the COVID to go on.
Exactly. Exactly. No, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Pleasure indeed.
Vaccines helps to prevent infection. They have been proved over the years in bringing under control diseases like smallpox, polio, diphtheria, tetanus, tuberculosis, and many others. They are a powerful tool in our arsenal. We have noted with concern some individuals who are hell-bent to prevent others from getting vaccinated and advancing unfounded conspiracy theories. Let me remind you that during the year 2005-2006, Namibia was afflicted by poliomyelitis outbreak. We went all out, mounted a successful vaccination campaign, and within a short span of time, we vaccinated 2.2 million Namibians. Today, we don't have a single case of poliomyelitis just because of the vaccinations. That is the wonder what vaccinations can do. We would like to repeat the same fate with COVID-19. And that's why we have brought in the vaccines for all the individuals to be vaccinated so that we eliminate COVID-19 in Namibia. It is for our own goods, it is for the benefit of the country, and I would like to urge all the Namibians to make themselves available to be vaccinated so that we can bring COVID-19 under control.
And now it's time for your weather and tides for all the major towns here in the Erongo region. Unfortunately, that brings us to the end of today's episode of Erongo Talk, but you can head on over to our website. That's www.erongo.com.na. That's www.erongo.com.na for all the latest news that's happening right here in the Erongo region. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter and on Instagram, or you can get in contact with us on both WhatsApp and Telegram. That's at 0811 7040. That's 0811 7040. Now that is also your go-to number if you want to advertise with us on both our online or in our printed media platforms. Now, it's very important. We find ourselves in winter, so we are much more susceptible to getting sick. But it's important that you wear your mask, you social distance, and you sanitize your hands at all time. If you do not have to go somewhere, do not go. Please stay at home. Please stay at home as far as you can. The only way we can get rid of COVID-19 is if we take the responsibility of ourselves. So we will see you again tomorrow. It's Tuesday, which means it's Erongo Day. So same time, different place. Until tomorrow. Goodbye.